Welcome to this edition of Exploring Pennsylvania Boroughs. I'm Chris Kapp, Executive Director of the Pennsylvania State Association of Boroughs. Each month we visit communities across the state to highlight the culture, history, and progress taking place. Today we explore Zelienople Borough in Butler County. This picturesque community is the main route between Pittsburgh and Erie. It has a thriving business district with restaurants, coffee shops, and retailers. Zelienople is also a hub for arts and cultural activities. For more than 55 years, the borough has been home to the Horse Trading Days Arts and Music Festival. Crafters, vendors, entertainers, and tourists are drawn to the family-oriented event. The Strand Theater, a performing arts center on Main Street, has been restored and continues to host concerts and films. We hope you enjoy this tour of one of Pennsylvania's many great borough communities.
Hi, I'm Don Pepe. I'm the Borough Manager here in Zelienople Borough, Pennsylvania. We are standing in the council chambers of the Borough building, which was built back in 1930. We're at a crossroads of 3 or 4 major state highways, which makes us very accessible. We're also a town that I believe is a great place to live and work and play. It's a town where you can raise a family, a young family as well as an older family. It's a town where you can spend your retirement years enjoying yourself in a very safe environment. But for most of all, it's a community that we feel is good for people of all ages at all times. The vision that the Borough Council and the Borough staff share very clearly is that we want to maintain Zelienople as we move into the future to make it a place that's desirable, that keeps track with the future, but not losing the fact that we have a very strong link to our past. And the motto for Zelienople has been and will continue to be a modern place with old-fashioned grace. One of the most important aspects of Zelienople over the last decade or so has been trying to have us be able to revitalize our community, both in terms of our Main Street and also in terms of our services. We've made a concerted effort over the last 13 years to do a few things, to improve our parks and recreation facilities, to improve our Main Street business and commercial facilities, and to improve the infrastructure that serves all of these purposes. Because all of these are going to be important as we move forward into the future. Zelienople has become and will continue to be a place for destination, but it's more important that it's a place to live. We try to do what we do in order to be able to make sure that we live well today, but we want to make sure we plan so that our grandchildren live well as well. So when I say the old motto, which is it's a modern place with old-fashioned grace, we not only mean that, but we live that. For more information about Zelienople Borough and all the events and all the things that happen here, visit zeliborough.org and you'll be able to get all the information you need so you can come and visit us and have a great time.
Hi, my name is Tom Oliverio. I'm the mayor of Zelienople Borough, Butler County. I've been involved in local government since 1978. I served 12 years on council, 2 being council president. I ran for office for mayor back in 1990. Part of my background is I have been involved with the Pennsylvania State Association of Boroughs for almost 40 years, and I'm also on the board of directors. I'm also on the executive committee for the Mayor's Association of Pennsylvania, and in 2011 I got Mayor of the Year award in Pennsylvania. We have a great police department. We have 9 total, a police chief, a sergeant, and 7 police officers. I do not micromanage my police department. They are certified by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. They know what their jobs are and how to do it. They are well educated, and I more or less let them do their own thing their own way. So far it's been working out extremely well, and I have never received a complaint in over 20 years in my police department. One of the things I really enjoy is our veterans here in the Zelienople area, and of course in the outskirts of Zelienople. On Memorial Day, I enjoy speaking to them at the Memorial Parade. We have a huge 4th of July parade, and that's the only parade that I'm actually in. And usually I have my grandchildren, and we usually get about 4,000 to maybe 6,000 people on Main Street. And it's really a great time for us here, and I enjoy that very much. I hope you enjoy the tour of Zelienople.
Hello, my name is Jack McMichael. I'm a trustee at the Zelienople Historical Society, founded in around 1803 by a German immigrant by the name of Detmar Bassi. At one time, Detmar Bassi was an aristocrat in Germany, but he had some financial hard times, and with what little money he had, he came to America. He bought 10,000 acres of depreciation land in Philadelphia. However, the land was here in the western part of the state. He came out, he saw the land, and he immediately knew he wanted to make a town here in western Pennsylvania. He laid out the streets, he built a sawmill, a carpenter's shop, a lumber yard. He even built a blast furnace, a charcoal blast furnace. But his biggest achievement might have been building a castle. He built a castle here in Zelienople, a German castle, which he lived in. He called it Bassenheim, Bassi's Castle. He also named the town. He named it Zelienople, after his daughter Zilli, who was living in Germany. Z-E-L-I-E for Zilli, N-O-P-L-E in Greek means city, so it was Zilli City. He went back to Germany to visit his family, and when he arrived, Zilli informed him that she would like to get married to Philip Passavant, but she needed his permission. He granted her permission if she and her husband would return to Pennsylvania and live in the town that he had named after her. They agreed. Sadly, Detmar Bassi had more financial problems here in America. He had to return to Germany, never to come back. But his daughter Zilli, her husband Philip Passavant, the Passavant family, and Christian Buell, his family, and others turned the sleepy village of Zelienople into a thriving town with businesses, industry, and lots of farms surrounding the area. Today, 4,000 people make Zelienople their home. They raise their family, they practice their faith, they attend the schools, and they enjoy life to its fullest.
Hi, my name is Mary Cameron, and I am standing in the parlor of the Passavant House Museum, which is owned by the Zelienople Historical Society. The Historical Society was founded 44 years ago in 1975, originally to preserve this house, which was potentially slated for demolition on Main Street. A group of local loyal citizens banded together, incorporated it as a nonprofit. It's an all-volunteer organization. One of the major things is accessioning and taking in items, many of which I'm surrounded by some of them. One of our prized treasures, which has only been here for about 2 years, even though it originated in this house, is this piano right here. In 1824, it was the gift from Zeli and Philip Passavant to their younger daughter, Virginia, for her 16th birthday. It stayed in the house through the Passavants living here, went with family members, and just 2 years ago came back to the museum from Passavant descendants. So our main mission is really to preserve and make available to all citizens the rich history of the community, preserve our heritage, and educate people about that. We offer tours, we offer special events during the year, many of them tied in with the other events that are going on in the borough itself, but some of them are just our own things. A December Christmas home tour of local houses, whether they're historical or not. A spring tea where we get ladies together, put on a little program. All of these things really to contribute to the cultural life of our community that we love so much. If you would like more information about the Zelienople Historical Society, we do have a website. It is Zeli, Z-E-L-I-E, history.org.
Hello, my name is Jim Clark. I'm the current chairman of Explore Zeli. Explore Zeli is a nonprofit, public and private partnership focused on the revitalization of our Zelienople borough and the continued growth of our Main Street business and retail community. Our mission is to promote the many assets of our community, attract new visitors to our town, and improve the overall quality of life. Behind me is one of the buildings that we recently provided a mini grant to. It is known as the Presbyterian Center. I came to Zelienople over 20 years ago because of the small town feel that it has. I opened my business here in 1995 and have become a pretty solid part of the community. I wanted to mention some of the projects that we worked on through our mini grants. We've worked with Madelon Jewelers, which is on Main Street. They've provided a beautiful new facade grant with new stone and painting. The Passavant house, which is one of our historical landmarks, has gone through a recent major painting renovation, and we provided a mini grant to them. Curio is an art studio in town that we provided a mini grant to as well. Most of our mini grants have been in the form of facade improvements. However, we've also done some landscaping improvements as well. One of those is at a business in town that's been a fixture here called Matthews Jewelers. One of the things that you can find us on is Facebook. Facebook has a page called Explore Zeli. Please look for us on Facebook to get current events and find out more about the things we're doing.
Hi folks, my name is Pat Boylan and I'm a local businessman here in Zelienople. I also belong on the revitalization committee here in Zelienople, which we are trying to restore the community and bring it up to modern day codes. And I'm standing on the third floor of the Kaufman House, which I purchased to restore as part of the revitalization of the community. We're working hard with the Borough Council and the Main Street business people to bring a little bit of energy back into the community and start bringing more businesses and more energy with younger families here into the community. I've been working closely with the Borough Council and the Revitalization Committee so that everyone is on the same page, and we're bringing this community a lot of energy and life for the younger people as it continues to grow. This has been considered the anchor of the Main Street here in Zelienople for over the years. It's been closed for about the last 11 years due to fires, and finally we got together, put a plan together, and now we're on the right track to get it completed.
Hello, I'm Mary Hess. I'm a local businesswoman. I own Spring Street Cafe here on the Main Street of Zelienople, and I'm also a city council person. Zelienople is a very vibrant community. We are one of the few communities in the state of Pennsylvania that sell their own electricity. Because we sell our own electricity, we are able to keep our tax base very low and provide many services for the community that many other communities can't provide. Zelienople Council is very active. We have 7 members that serve on multiple committees. We have members that are active with the Park and Recreation, our library, our Historical Society. All of them meet multiple times during the week to make sure that the borough runs smoothly. Zelienople is a very vibrant place to have a business, and I was very excited to join our Main Street 5 years ago. Many businesses are coming to the community, and we're excited about the growth and energy that we feel here in Zelienople. I'm standing in the banquet room of Spring Street Cafe. We host the Rotary here, and we have many banquets. We have a very busy Main Street, and we have 4 new restaurants coming to Main Street in the very near future. I'm excited to be part of that group, and we hope that more businesses will come soon.
Hi, my name is Matthew Edwards, and I'm the administrator for the Zelienople Area Business Association, as well as an events coordinator. We're standing here at the Four Corners Park in Zelienople, which is a major hub for a lot of our community events here in town. People tell us all the time that we're one of the best kept secrets in Western Pennsylvania, and we'd like to let that secret out, and our events do just that. The first of our major events in the year takes place in July, and it's Horse Trading Days, which dates back to the 1950s. This event welcomes over 40,000 people every year to enjoy our live music, food, crafts, a 5K, and a lot of other cool events. The Zelienople Rotary Club hosts the annual Independence Day Parade every year. It welcomes thousands of people to Zelienople's Main Street, lasts a little under 2 hours, and features groups and organizations from all over the Western Pennsylvania area. Also, throughout the summer, we have our Third Thursday events, which sport a different theme every month and bring people to town to show off all the businesses, restaurants, and unique shops that we have here in town. These events lead right into our annual Country Fall Festival taking place in October, where you can find all the things that you'd expect to from a traditional fall festival, like a farmer's market, everything pumpkin, live music, a chili cook-off, and a lot of other features. Finally, our last event of the year is our Miracle on Main Street event that takes place at the beginning of December. This is our opportunity to partner with charitable organizations around the Western Pennsylvania area, like No Child Left Cold and the Community Food Pantry. In its inaugural year, one of our local businesses even donated 13 living room sets to single mothers in our area. This is a great event that draws people from all over to start celebrating the holiday season and give back while they're doing it. We hope that you'll join us for any of our special events. For a full listing of everything going on in Zelienople, visit www.explorezeli.com for a complete listing. Zelienople is a great place to eat, drink, and be entertained, and we hope that you'll come and check out everything that Zelienople has to offer.
Hello, I'm Dan Fritsch, president of the Zelienople Area Business Association, a group of local merchants, professionals, and professional service providers. I'm standing in front of one of our many volunteer projects in the area. It's new gateway signs that we have 5 scattered around the town. Welcome you to Zelienople. At Zelienople's Business Association meetings each month, we coordinate the efforts of local volunteer civic organizations and local service providers to make the most of our events. Zelienople's Business Association volunteers and Rotary volunteers are also continuing a long-standing Main Street tradition with privately funded holiday decorations and a privately funded and conducted public address system that helps to set the mood for our events. You can find out more about what our Zelienople Rotary volunteers do at zelienoplerotary.org. Come and see Zelienople, all we have to offer as we revitalize our place with old-fashioned grace.
Hi, my name is Joan Wolf. I'm the Pool and Park Manager here at Zelienople Community Park. Today I wanted to talk to you about our newly constructed pool. We have a 6-lane, 25-yard competitive pool, along with a diving well that has a diving board, a slide, and a climbing wall. We also have a zero-entry ADA ramp that enters into our pool, and we have a zero-entry area where our children can also swim. Alongside of the children's area, we have what is called a caregiver's lounge that is only 10 inches deep, but we have 6 lounge chairs there that are used by the caregivers of the young children. Our pool was just constructed this year, so it's new and the community is enjoying it every day. Also, we have a park that we've just added some new ADA equipment where that was funded by our local businesses and grants from areas. So there we have an aeroglider and a wheelchair swing. We also have an amphitheater up on the top of our hill in our park. This holds our summer concert series. There, everyone, all walks of life can enjoy our concerts. We have patriotic music, 70s music, and current pop music. So that's open to everybody and anybody on our Friday and Saturday evenings. We also have renovating at this current time a new skate park that's going in right across from our pool area. And we've raised money for that for many, many years. And it started out as a young gentleman's senior project, and it's been carried on by the community members to finish up. We've also received a Tony Hawk grant for that, so we're looking forward to that getting up and running. All information for our pool and park events can be found on our website at myzelipark.org. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Reed Moon, and I serve as the chaplain and the celebrant for Boylan Funeral Home, and also the convener for the Harmony Zelienople Ministerium. My family and I had the good fortune of landing here in Zelienople in 1988 and raising our 3 children in this community. We are standing here in the sanctuary of St. Paul's Lutheran Church, originally the German Lutheran Church. It is rich in history. Our early settlers were men and women of faith. When the Baron Dietmar Bossi came to the United States in 1802 and founded this little community, he wanted very much to establish a church here. So in 1819, the Baron Dietmar Bossi sent the Reverend Schweitzenbart to Zelienople to act as the first pastor of this church. In the 1800s, people came with various faith backgrounds, and so during that time, Protestant, Catholic, and independent churches were established. In addition to building ourselves up, we also come together for the purpose of serving this community. We have an assisted living center not too far from here, and our ministerium supplies pastors to go over and engage their residents in spiritual ways, to have a devotional, to visit with them. This is for people who can't get out to their normal houses of worship. Together we host 3 annual events: the Good Friday services, the National Day of Prayer breakfast every first Thursday in May, and the one that I want to spend a little bit of time with is the Gathering. The Gathering is the brainchild of Mr. Ken Wilson, who's a member at the Methodist Church here in town. Ken's idea for the Gathering in the community park was to have a family-friendly back-to-school day where the churches could come together and demonstrate the generosity of God's love in providing a free day of fun, of safety, and of entertainment. Zelienople has a very long history of the people of faith making an impact on this community. Most times this is done very quietly and without fanfare. Nonetheless, we have made a positive contribution to the well-being of our businesses, our schools, and our families.
Hi, my name's Laura Roy, and I'm the Executive Director of Lutheran SeniorLife Passavant Community. And I'm standing here in our beautiful Centennial Garden, where residents and staff enjoy concerts, picnics, and the simple beauty of God's creation. Passavant Community has been blessed to be part of the Zelienople Borough for nearly 115 years. We began on 10 donated acres on the very southern end of campus and have since grown to a beautiful 42-acre life plan community that is now home to over 500 residents and employs over 300 individuals. We offer a variety of living options on campus, from independent living, personal care, and memory support, to both short-term and long-term nursing. We also offer a wonderful adult day program, medical clinic, and an exceptional outpatient therapy program. Lutheran SeniorLife mission is to provide those that we serve with the opportunities for abundant life, regardless of where they call home. And we fulfill this mission by being in relationship with each individual, getting to know who they are and what they enjoy. Passavant offers a robust range of opportunities for individuals to pursue abundant life, from pursuing lifelong interests to adventuring into something new. Being part of the Zelienople Borough is perhaps Passavant's biggest asset. We have staff who live in town, and our residents thoroughly enjoy being part of a community where they can walk to church, the bank, the theater, historic sites, restaurants, and the varied businesses on Main Street. They absolutely love the annual festivals and parades as well, and many have supported those through volunteerism. Our residents are also engaged civically in the community. We've had a resident serve on Borough Council, and a number of our residents volunteer at the polls during local and national elections. It works in reverse too. Our varied amenities are open to the Zelienople community, and many individuals frequent our warm water pool and our fitness center, which is expertly staffed. Others dine in our bistro and Barron's Inn, which offer casual and somewhat upscale dining at reasonable prices. Still others offer their gifts and talents and expertise in a variety of volunteer roles, which are so crucial to our community. We invite you to check us out at www.lutheranseniorlife.org or on our Facebook page, and we look forward to another 100 years of mutual support and benefit in this beautiful borough.
Hello. My name is Ron Carter. I'm the President and Executive Director of the nonprofit Strand Theater Initiative. That's the charity that owns and operates the historic Strand right here on Main Street in Zelienople. The Strand was built in 1914 by Italian immigrants, Joseph and Rosalie Sapienza. The Strand was originally both a performing arts center, a vaudeville type stage was built, but mainly it was used for silent films and had a live piano accompaniment. The story goes is that the pianist only knew a few songs, so she would just speed up or slow down based on what was happening in the movie at the time. In fact, the theater, only 2/3 of it was actually dedicated to the Strand itself. The other third was Sapienza's Fruits Market. You see, Joseph didn't really want a theater, he wanted a fruit stand. But the local banker managed to convince him that the town really needed a theater, and so the Strand was built as a result. So 2/3 of the theater was dedicated to the Strand, and the other third was dedicated to Sapienza's Fruit Market. In 1939, the Strand underwent its first major renovation. That's when the entire building was dedicated to the theater, and it was also converted pretty much just for film. The Strand was very successful early on in its history. It was a destination for pretty much a very rural town that didn't have a lot of entertainment options. Right around into the 1970s, the Strand began to struggle because it was beginning to have to compete with the Cineplexes and then the VCR era and cable television. So sometime in the early 1980s, we don't know exactly when, the Strand was closed. And it sat empty and in deep decay for over 20 years. The nonprofit Strand Theater Initiative was formed in 2001 with the vision of bringing back and reviving the Strand as a performing arts and cinematic center. So really, the plan was to take the Strand back to its original roots by making it a multi-purpose center. After spending 8 years, raising $2.5 million, the Strand reopened with great fanfare on July 16th of 2009. Since that time, we've presented such household names as Debbie Reynolds, John Oates of Hall & Oates, the Celtic Tenors, B.E. Taylor, Donnie Iris, and lots of other great Broadway stars as part of our proprietary Broadway on Main and 'Tis the Season subscription programs. The Strand is the only venue in North Pittsburgh that both presents and produces professional live theater arts. Since we opened in 2009, the Strand has sold over 100,000 tickets and about $2.5 million in ticket sales. The Strand Theater is North Pittsburgh's premier cultural center. We like to say it's a world away right next door because it's right on Main Street in Zelienople. Our website is thestrandtheater.org, and we spell this theater, theater.org, because it's America.
Thank you for taking a tour of Zelienople Borough. Please join us for the next edition of Exploring Pennsylvania Boroughs, right here on PCN.